Welcome to 2 and 2 Podcast. This is Ep6. This is your host, Bongani Zulu, and that's Steve.
Yes,
We're here to give you live basketball feed if there's any live games right now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We are back.
And black.
Exactly. And excited. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Another
Good.
day, another opportunity to talk about the game we love,
Raise it up.
what is going on in the country. You guys have been shining, and we'll get to that.
Let's not get there.
We're excited about that one. We're gonna get to that's the gist of our show today.
Is there?
Just
All
to
right.
talk
So,
about that.
yeah, I think we can start out in the CBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's where.
PBA.
Yeah.
Funny how I remember the last time somebody was in the comment section was talking about how we had neglected the CBA.
Oh, yeah, that's Felix.
in our last podcast.
Yeah.
So
Felix, I hope you're listening to this one.
better be paying attention, Felix. This one's for you.
This for you. Yeah.
What's going on in the CBA, man? You
CBA.
got your ear to the ground. What's happening out there?
Interesting fixtures, interesting results as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Magnets versus CBU Comets.
Mm.
Yeah, so now Magnets, they're the powerhouses at the moment, of course, with Police Blue Eagles.
That's right.
Yeah, so the score says 50-46. I didn't think I was hearing this right when you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because CBU, they haven't been that great of a team of late.
That's right.
Yeah, so for them to actually just fall short by 4 points, that's quite impressive. So big ups to you, Coach Caps. Yeah,
Yeah, it would be nice to hear more about how that game went.
yeah.
Was it a Magnets complacency, or was it a CBU just fighting through that game?
Yeah, it could be a bit of both,
Mm.
but I like to think of it as a warning because CBU are not new to the game.
That's right.
They were champions in 2016, I believe. Yeah, so this could be a warning, warning shot, for next season because of course the league is winding down. I think they remain with like 3 games.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, it's a warning.
So it's close, eh?
Very
And
close.
Police Eagles seem to be sitting at the top, obviously, like you said, with the Magnets. So the contest is, I'm sure it's tight, getting
It's
tighter
really
up there
tight. Yeah, it's
with
really
the games
tight.
that are coming. It'll be nice to hear what happens in the CBA.
And now you see what's even more interesting is that Police Eagles, Flair Magnets,
Yeah.
and IC Tigers only lost 2 games apiece.
Wow.
Yeah, so who wins in the end is really not even known right now.
Wow.
Yeah, because
It's a
they are
tight
only-
race to the top.
they're remaining with a good number of games.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we'll keep an ear to the ground. Last time I think we said, we're going to take a trip one day to this action before the end of the season.
Yeah, we
We
need
got to take a trip out there
We
and
need
see what's going on. Watch the games live, catch some live action, and get
that would be
to
great. I mean,
some
we've
of the
been
people.
planning to watch BL games, but I think it would be a bit of an injustice if we don't catch our own local games.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think we should do that.
That's for sure. Are they streaming out there?
They do stream.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think CBA hasn't done what NBA has done here.
Yeah.
Stopping all live streams from.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
don't get us started. But anyway, let's move along. Yeah. So
So
there's no restrictions on that side.
there's no restrictions yet
So what are the fixtures looking like on the CBA
on CBA.
for this coming weekend?
Yeah, this coming weekend. We'll start on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, CBA Comets hosting the Lunga Bullets.
Okay.
Used to be an epic game, but back in the day, I don't know about now, but yeah, it used to be really epic. That was like your number 1 and 2 teams.
Really?
back in the day. Yeah, but now.
So there's some legacy rivalry going on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be
Yeah.
nice to see what happens. We hope the Comets can get out of their slump and funk because I see they're sitting almost at the bottom of the.
Also the bottom. Yeah.
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 So fight back, Comets. Come on, fight back.
Show the comments.
Stop taking
Bring the
punches
heat.
and fight back. Resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a nice key matchup.
Then on Saturday you have the Garrisons versus Stingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in dollar. And you have the Titans again versus CBU. So now this is what is interesting. Maybe when you have a CBU team that plays back to back.
That's right.
Yeah, so like every other weekend they play 2 games.
Sure.
Yeah, so maybe to some extent it has a toll on the output,
Mm.
because you're talking of a running game,
Yeah.
on 2 different days, and in this case, 2 different locations as well. So you have Quito and Indolo, so they have
Wow.
to travel for that one.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
No respect, firstly, to them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Then you add
But
school to that because they're students. Right? So
guys have to get the grades.
telling you.
Well, I guess they're doing the best they can. Well done to them, and we wish them success. Hopefully, they can get it right. Yeah, man, I think that's interesting from the CB. I hope that satisfies Felix to some extent.
I hope so, and I'm hoping this satisfies you. I'm looking at the B League fixtures,
Yeah.
and I see CC Blazers versus K Dallas.
Hey, Madalas.
Yeah, bro. Like you could just form up a team as well. You know what I mean?
I think I will. I think I
Yeah.
will.
And
I'll try. We'll try out. If they allow us to get into the B League
I'm sure they
out
will.
here,
You
we'll
know,
try it out. We'll try
yeah,
it
a
out.
few weeks ago they recorded the first win. There was
But tell me something though.
Yeah.
Something I've always been curious about the B League, and I've seen it even in the NBA. I don't know about the CBA yet. I haven't been out there, but I thought the B League is a development league. So why do you have a lot of these vets
I
that
thought
are
it's smart.
going to play ball? Because I'm guessing they can't play in the
They can't compete anymore.
yeah, they can't compete, so they decide to play in the B League, which for me I think is killing opportunities for some of the young guys who are coming up in the game and want to show their skills in that league. So that's number one, an issue I observed. Secondly, I had a question. And I think we had tackled this conversation before, right? I noticed there's the bigger teams, right? Obviously, they've got some financial muscle, they've got some backing. They draw, they attract
Best talent.
the best talent from the B League, for instance. And some of these guys don't get enough play time or stuff like that. What do you think about that? Because I think we've seen it a little bit in quite a few teams where you have some of these guys going and signing for a bigger team, and then they're not getting as much play time as they should. Yeah. Well, what's your take?
My take is, yeah, I think B League is supposed to be a developmental league.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bridge between YBL and the Super League.
exactly.
Yeah, but what has started happening now is that there's promotions that take place. Like your top 2 teams, get to have a playoff
Yeah,
and have a go at actually joining the Super League.
that's right.
So now teams are beefing up. So in so doing, they attract whatever talent is not good enough, maybe for a Super League team.
That's right.
So as to just assume dominance
I get
in the
it.
space.
I kind of get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of a paradox.
Yeah.
Right. Because 1 minute you are grooming talent to come up, and then now this talent also has ambition to get to the higher league. So they can get the best talent they think will help them to get there.
I remember a time when Material Warriors was forming up.
Yeah.
Like so Tito and Joe
Yeah.
relegated to play in the B League. Sylvester Samangombe
Yes.
relegated to play in the B League. And I think in that season they went unbeaten.
Wow.
Yeah, bring them back to the Super League, and here they are now. They're contending.
Exactly. So I mean, for some of these teams, I mean, even the
Saka Basket Kings.
Lusaka Basket Kings went through a similar experience. And it was like almost a straight kind of route for them to get back to promotion and winning. So it's an interesting thing that I think we need to relook at in the basketball world and think, how do we make it interesting, or how do we make it almost fair? Because then we're killing our own talent, right?
And the other that I've seen with the introduction of the B League is that many other times when a role player, like you've not really fully developed to be in a competitive league as a B League, get to jump because maybe you've come of age.
Exactly.
By age, just number.
Wow.
So maybe you're past 18 and you can play in the YBL.
So they push you.
They push you. So you find very
raw guys.
Fundamentally unsound.
Exactly.
In the B League.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a bit detrimental because your learning curve then goes all the way.
Exactly. Down. Yeah. Ash, I think we need to relook.
Yeah.
We're not helping the development of the game. Anyway, enough of that. I know we've got some action coming up also. We're resuming NBA.
Yeah.
So looking forward to the fixtures for that. And I think we'll get into it in the next episode, hopefully. However, the big one and the one that we've been excited about, been waiting on. My man will proudly wearing his T-shirt representing.
No, this is patriotism right here. It's nothing to do with material, nothing to do with magic. It's purely Zambian.
Whatever. Anyway, I get it. I mean, I speak as a person also who has really been proud.
Yeah.
And, like you're saying, as a Zambian, I might not be material magic fan per se, but, I'm a Zambian guy. And just to see a team coming out of this country, representing at that level and doing what they did. Let's talk about it, man. What happened in the road to Bao?
The road to Bao. So I guess, whenever we talk about the road, we forget about the bus. We forget about the driver. Yeah. Okay. So for me, I think that's where magic really hit the nail on the head.
That's right.
They looked at the coaching staff. No disrespect to, Davis, David, and them. But they looked at their coaching staff and said to themselves, we need help.
That's right.
Okay. And they brought in a man who, has been all over the place. He played his basketball in Angola.
Wow.
Yeah. He played for a number of teams there and then went on to coach the junior national teams.
That's right.
And right now, he's coming from Portugal.
Wow.
Where he's coaching there. So to bring in Manuel, is a big call for me, and I think that's the biggest piece of the puzzle that they need to add.
I actually agree. Mm-hmm. I mean, I attended a couple of practice sessions before the team went out to Zimbabwe, and you could tell there was a bit of a different touch. I think just the level of authority, and just you could tell the confidence in knowing exactly what was going on. I mean, I was watching certain plays, and I'm like, you could tell that some guys were lost in some of the plays, but it was good because reiterating that and getting back to the fundamentals and the basics of the game, I think was significant to help. And also, I think the other pieces that were added to the team that just kind of, added that extra fire. You bring guys who are experienced and have played at some international level. I think that was brilliant.
No, that was brilliant. And, of course, we're familiar with the likes of South Perry.
Yeah.
Likes of AJ, although AJ did not play.
That's right.
Yeah, for restriction
reasons. Yeah. For a minute, I thought the guy was injured. I remember the first game, I'm seeing him wearing street clothes. What's up? What's going on with this guy? Did he get injured in some pickup game or something?
So the BNL, they know it's an African league, right?
That's right.
And therefore they want to promote African. But in as much as they want to promote African, they also want to market it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in marketing it, that's where now it's open to outsiders.
Yeah.
Outside Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So we can recruit from maybe the
overseas
US. Yeah. So with that, they've only, I think, allowed 3.
Okay. Yeah. Overseas kind of talent
to come in. So
makes sense. Makes sense. I think that's a good receipt. Otherwise, you cannibalize.
Exactly.
Because we know there's outside there you've got bigger facilities, well-trained, experienced players. So the temptation to go and get the best of the best out there is exactly. It becomes very tricky. So I get it. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, dude couldn't play, but I saw him on the bench. I saw him rooting for the team and being out there. So that's a good sign. I think that's a mature approach for a guy. It reminds me of the Olympics, and I was watching Jason Tatum's interview. They were asking about how he felt about not playing. And I mean the circumstances are different, right? For JT, he had the right to play.
He had the right.
This side it was restrictions, but I just know as a player, as a competitive guy, sitting there and thinking, I can help the team. Even when the team is doing well, you still feel like, I can help them.
And actually, as a player, it's worse when the team is doing well.
Really, yeah.
I'm telling you. You'll be there seated and then you want to argue your case and say, yo, coach, why didn't you play me? And then the team just points to the ground like, okay,
the results speak for themselves.
But Yeah, I mean,
Good run.
it takes a mature heart to
Yeah.
like just understand what the coaches are on to.
One of the things I noticed was an issue of size, I think, for us.
Yeah.
And I mean, now going to the Elite 16, which, you're going to get the big guns
Yeah.
coming from across because you've got the East Division and obviously there's a West Division coming together. So the best of the best from all these countries. And I think I noticed one team that was, I think it was a Kenyan team. They had some guys who were registering at 6'11" kind of talent. So what are you thinking? What's the team looking at doing? What can we do? Where do we have? I know we've got some guys like Douglas, applying their trades in Europe. I don't know. Is there a possibility of getting such guys, or is it too late because the numbers are locked in? What's going to happen?
Yeah, probably. Not on the fact that the numbers are locked in or anything. I mean, there's always room for that person.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I feel the contracts he signed. I'm not sure what contracts they are.
I see.
They could be, holding him back. Yeah, but it will really be a factor. Like you said, where we're going, I think size will matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zimbabwe didn't really need as much size.
Exactly.
We just needed to run them, and we did. Yeah, but I feel going forward, going to SA,
Exactly.
next round, we need to beef up in the base.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping I can make that trip, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
Trying to put a few things together, but man, Matero Magic once again, well done. Yeah. Good representing Zambia basketball. I think we put the region on notice. The region on notice.
This is what I was, even talking about with the Magic coach.
Yeah.
Say, sometimes we fear names from afar, because Magic's first game was against the Mozambican team.
Yeah.
And from afar you could, I mean, it's Mozambique, right? And Mozambique has always whooped us.
Exactly.
Every time.
They had size, they had everything going for them.
Yeah. But here we go, come into this game, and for some reason we have confidence, that we can beat them, and the game is going, toe and toe, and in the end we win the game.
Exactly.
That shows. I mean, I learned something from that.
And I liked something. I mean, there were some crucial plays towards the end of the game by Steezy, obviously the captain.
Hey, big ups.
I like those shots he made, which were, but. I think also the floor general in Sopiri, you could see he made the right kind of plays, but I liked the captain, man. I felt like, okay, this guy.
He led the team.
He led the team for real.
He led the team. And I think this is a topic for another discussion, for another time. But to me right now, I think he stands as maybe the greatest magician, the greatest magician captain.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, firstly, the reason why we praise the likes of LeBron James,
exactly,
is not just for what he can do, but it's for what he has done. And you look at the period as well.
Exactly.
Jongo has been with Magic playing at that level for a long time.
And that's so true. I mean, I know some of his peers who were playing with him, I think when they were rising up, Magic, at that point, I remember a few of his peers who now are,
the
drink with them.
Yeah. Bench management.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, looking forward to the Elite 16. I'm excited about that one. I hope we get to go and watch the action live, if everything is possible. But yeah, man, we're really rooting for the Matero Magic. It'll be so awesome to have a team represented at the Val, like a Zambian team. I think we would all find ourselves heading out there to just.
And maybe just to take an opportunity also to just thank everybody that came on board to support the team, financially, emotionally, and, it wouldn't have been as easy as it has been, without the support. So from a magician point of view, on this podcast, I want to say thank you and continue supporting, because obviously this is another trip that we need to self-fund, before we can actually get to a sponsored Elite 16.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it has been awesome. I think it's just nice to catch up. And if we go any further, it might look like a Dwayne Wade statue sitting out here. But
Do you want to talk about that? No, let's talk about it. No, like I don't get these touches, man. Like
man,
that's
let's meet
mockery.
African sculptors.
I'm telling you,
Send African sculptors to the
whoever
US.
did the KK.
I had a
when-
problem with the Kobe sculptor. I remember sculpture rather. I went at it with a couple of guys who are Kobe fans.
Okay.
I think your brother was included. We went back and forth. He was getting very touchy about it. I'm like, bro, this sculpture doesn't look like Kobe.
It's not.
But you know, and then now we get this for Dwayne. This is like going from here.
To there, I mean, it's 0 to 0. So
Yeah, man. So you're honoring a guy, and you know,
But it's honoring him.
yeah, exactly. Now he's the joke of the
I'm
internet.
telling you.
So we are pledging African sculptors to go out there. I mean, we can show you evidence of some of the work they've done in terms of statues, and you to tell for yourself. But man, on that note, I just want to say it's been a great time catching up with you once again on the game of basketball.
Man,
It has been 2-on-2 podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Steve.
Bongani, I mean, 2-on-2 podcast, but yo, Magic was 5.
Oh,
You know,
my goodness.
but,
We went
you
here,
know,
babies.
man,
We went here.
international stage. But anyway, yeah, Bongani Zulu, and we out.
Out.